Good day, everyone. My name is Nevin Santos, and this is Kyle Saturno. We are from MSSG Architecture. We will be presenting to you LITEX, Lawton Intermodal Transport Exchange. So, design and project brief. Studies show Metro Manila is one of the most congested city of 278 cities in the developing Asia. As designers, how should an intermodal transport terminal be designed to provide Filipinos an efficient and dignified way of commuting? Metro Manila calls for a solution for the increased traffic problem it's facing, where commuters are having an average of 5 to 6 hours of waiting time in traffic. With this, let's discuss further with our site analysis.
For the site analysis in looking for an available site, we have some considerations in order to fulfill. The site should be accessible from one of the main roads of Metro Manila so that access to different modes of transportation are present, such as PUVs and buses. Also, the site must also be adjacent to famous landmarks and institutions where most Filipinos in Metro Manila are employed and studying. With that, we've decided to utilize a site located in Lawton, Manila. It is a 10,000 square meter lot that is bounded by the roads Magallanes and Riverside Drive on the west, Quezon Boulevard on the south, and Pasig River on the east. For the traffic analysis, in terms of the traffic around the site, northbound road of the Quezon Boulevard shows a moderate to heavy traffic at the peak hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., while the southbound has a light to moderate traffic. For the site photos, the site is accessible to famous landmarks in Manila such as the Post Office, Quiapo Church, and Metropolitan Theater. It is also accessible to different modes of transportation such as the UV Express, bus terminal, and ferry station. This is the view of the site from the Quezon Boulevard showing the Pasig River and the Quezon Bridge. This is another view from the Riverside Drive, and this is the view of existing multimodal transport hub in the Lawton.
So for our design philosophy, convenience of time and the comfort of home entwined. This entails its relevance in time and on how it is related to our personal life and family. As we all know, the Philippines struggle on the solving of the transportation problem, especially in Metro Manila, which comprises our time, expense on commute, and to and from our workspace. Our project objective is to integrate an efficient multimodal transport system that can help decongest the traffic in Manila, to entice people to use the ferry as an alternative mode of transportation, and to provide an efficient interchange system that guarantees a more effective and inclusive urban transport for the commuters. So our design objectives: to design a transport hub that's incorporating both land and water transport system into a structure, to design a commuter-oriented intermodal transport hub through space planning and circulation that's intuitive by design. So things to consider as we design the facility: LRT rail dissection, proper distribution of spaces in the form that wouldn't disrupt the existing LRT rail on site, smooth interchange of passengers. To achieve this, we need proper planning that wouldn't create hindrance from the vehicle to the passenger relationship. Passenger scale to ratio. The consideration for scale is important, which is come to planning. The prevention of passenger congestion would enable comfort for us commuters. Introduction of an alternative transportation mode. The introduction to an alternative transportation mode would lessen congestion in the streets of Metro Manila. So for our design concept, as we can see, the transportation mode in Metro Manila is in a way we find chaotic. The crowded spaces, the thick smog that surrounds us, and the hours of waiting as we long for home. Finding beauty in chaos starts with the realization that there are problems in the system. As designers, our aim is to transform these problems and negative traits into opportunities in which will become more useful, thus finding beauty in every problem and finding beauty in chaos.
Here in the site development plan, the site is dissected by existing LRT1 railroad, thus having two structures. The first structure that you can see on the left part of the site is the entryway of the passengers and commuters, while the entry of the public utility vans and buses are located at the north part of the site. The east side of the site is where we propose the new location for the Lawton Station ferry service. You can see here all the diagrams of our site. First is the site boundary diagram. As I mentioned earlier, the site is bounded by the roads Magallanes and Riverside Drive at the north part and the Quezon Boulevard at the south part. It is a 10,000 square meter lot, and the allocation of vehicular typology in which the entrance of the bus and public utility vehicles are located at the north side, while the egress is located at the southern part of the site. For the passenger vehicle correlation, in order to pass through the other side of the building, there is a connecting bridge that connects the first structure and the second structure. For multi-level vehicle parking analysis, vertical distribution of the building is where the public utility buses are located at the ground floor level, while the public utility vehicles are located at the second floor level. Passenger vehicle side distribution. This is where the blue highlighted area is for the main pedestrian area, while the green highlighted area is for the Riverside Terminal building. For the floor plans, this is the ground floor plan where the terminals for public utility buses and ferry takes place. The highlighted blue areas are designated for the passenger, while the highlighted green areas is for the circulation of the public utility buses. The highlighted red areas are the concourse and common area between the passenger and vehicles. The yellow highlighted area is for the ferry station. For the second floor plan, this is where the transfer of passengers takes place. The purple highlighted area is for the bridge, and it consists also of boutiques and commercial spaces, while the blue highlighted area is for the waiting area. For the second floor mezzanine plan, this is for the public utility vehicles. The green highlighted area is for the driveway. The blue highlighted area is for the waiting area for the passengers. The red highlighted area is for the vehicular area. It acts as the connection between the passengers and the vehicles. For the elevation and section, the use of diagrid and flowing roof design is present. The section is divided into two structures, mainly for the entrance and lobby on the left part, and the ferry station and public utility van terminal for the right part.
Solutions and strategies. Before I discuss the solutions and strategies, let me first discuss the parts of the structure. So the structure comprises of dynamic roofing, diagrid as the structural support. It also has floor levels of mezzanine, second floor, and the ground floor. So for our design solutions, dynamic roofing was used to highlight the terminal. At the same time, creates a view that would relate to the free-flowing waters of Pasig River. The use of diagrid as the main structural and cladding element that would provide us with a large open space for an easy access of vehicles and passengers. Both diagrid and dynamic form of roofs symbolizes the free flowing of passengers and the seamless transition of one mode to another. The use of proper planning, which creates pathways that would make the structure accessible in relation with the existing location of LRT rails. The application of vertical configuration allowing passengers and vehicles exchange. The application of vertical boardwalk, this is to utilize the existing views around the site. Also, the application of panoramic views. This is to showcase passing vehicles such as the LRT trains and the heritage sites.
Let's go for the technical part of our design for the computations of passengers for peak hours. So in the site, the public utility bus passenger rate per hour, we have accommodated for at least 35 buses, which is in total of 3,790 passengers per hour, while the UV Express has 40 vans, which a total of 1,320 passengers per hour. For the ferry service, this is the current available units There are 11 units which has a total of 455 capacity for all the 11 stations. So if you divide it per station, it will have an 83 passenger per hour. For the intermodal transportation terminal, we have a total capacity of 5,276 passengers per hour. To further support this computation, we have another accessible modes of transportation around the site. For the LRT1 passenger rate per hour, there is a 25,802 passengers per hour. It is from the PSA, from the table they present. While there are no computation available for the public utility jeeps, it is clearly present in the site that there are many jeeps passing through the area. So this is one of the underutilized mode of transportation in Metro Manila where operations are inconsistent since year 2007. MMDA has relaunched the Pasig River Ferry service around December last year in a bid to ease traffic congestion. As of March of 2021, the service can cater a total of 455 passengers through the following 11 currently operating vessels. As a result, transportation is a big part of our lives as Filipinos. Finding beauty in chaos would alter one's mood from the problematic transport system that we are facing. With the help of our proposed Lawton Intermodal Transport Exchange, we aim to turn the negative and chaotic aspects into a positive and productive result for the further development of Metro Manila and for the Filipino community. Once again, this is the Lawton Intermodal Transport Exchange, and we are the MSSG Architects.